Hello, everyone. Great morning and welcome to Coaching Think Talk. So, I am Life Coach Candee Teng. I am a professional CACC life coach and a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. And this is Coaching for Mindful Eating. So, this coaching conversation is for people who sees food as life but who are being challenged by what they eat, which causes them physical, emotional, and mental stress. And my mission is to help 1 million individuals to become mentally fit, to heal and recover from their broken identity, broken name, and broken dreams so that they can courageously journey outside of their comfortable lifestyle to live responsibly. So thank you for joining me live today, and please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. And please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for this session. So you may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. So if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. So I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach AI-Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. So this is the launching of Coaching for Mindful Eating, and this is of course a pilot episode, which is episode 1, malamang, no? And it's all about what is mindful eating. So if you would like to share with me your thoughts about mindful eating, what comes to your mind when you hear mindful eating, please do go ahead and share with me through the comment box. So remember that this is a very, very safe space. Ayan. So before I proceed, I would like to greet our learners for this morning. So we have Coach Trisha, ang aking coach partner, no? Andiyan si Doc AJ, napakagandang umaga. We have Coach Maureen. Yep. Ayan. At nagtatag sila. At si Coach Teen. Ayan. Okay. So this is it. Okay, so in case you're meeting me for the first time, again, my name is Life Coach Candee Teng. I am a professional certified CACC life coach and a certified mental health coach from Life Coach Philippines. I am a proud master builder apprentice of Master Coach A, and we build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream to come true. I am also a proud scholar of Master Coach A Tribe Speak, a 6-step to 6-figure speaking career training program, and I am the founder and creator of When Comfort is Not So Comfortable Coaching Community. Okay. And I am I'm a proud coachee of Master Coach A. So this is a very beautiful picture, no, of us. And I have been working with Master Coach A for 3 years. For 3 years. Ayan. So siya po ang aking life coach. Simula nag-start ako ng aking life coaching journey. And Master Coach A has been working with me in terms of my mental wellness and my mental fitness. So I have a long history talaga, no? I have a long story, no, of my mental challenges, and mindful eating is one of it. Kaya nandito ako ngayon. Okay, kaya natin to. Hello, good morning, Coach Marife. Yan. So, if you would like to connect with me, I invite you to like my page. So, like and follow my page, Life Coach Candee. And if you want to drop me a personal note, you have questions, you have something that you want to share, no, but you're not able to share it here online, here on the comment box, then feel free to message me at my FB timeline, my personal account. Ayan, Candee Teng. So this is my account. I don't have any other account. So if you see my face with a different name, or you see the same name with a different face, that is not me. So this is my one and only account. And of course, I invite you to join my group When Comfort is Not So Comfortable Coaching Community. And of course, I invite you to like and follow Decaf Coffee Republic. It is where I am presently located. I am in the library area, no? And Decaf Coffee Republic is the home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. And I would like to invite you as well to become a blessing to other people and allow us to be a channel of blessing with your food and beverage or your meal orders from Decaf Coffee Republic and send it to someone that you love. Along with it is your personal message. So I would really be happy if I can create the notes, do some doodles, do some letterings, do some calligraphy, on your message. So you feel free to send a message of hope, a message of love, a message of encouragement, an inspiration, a word of forgiveness, ayan, or even asking for forgiveness for someone today and become a blessing. So allow us to be a channel of blessing and be blessed all the more for becoming a blessing. Good morning, Coach Sean. Ayan, sabi ni Coach, partner, Trisha, Decap. Ayan. Yes, naniniwala kaming Coach Trisha, makakapunta ka din dito. And ayan, di ba very timely ang cute-cute ng natin, ng screen. So it's really for mindful eating. So before I begin, I invite you, of course, to be intentional in getting your hashtag Pack My Bag moment. So these are key points, aha moments, words, sharing, lessons that resonated with you. These are powerful truths that speaks to your heart. And for some, aray, kumikirot, it pinches your heart. And usually when you get this, you say, I'm done, I got it, I can leave, I got what I paid for. But then again, I am just starting. So I encourage you, of course, to journey with me throughout this session. And you can also put your comments, your hashtag Pack My Bag moment on the comment box. So at the moment, no, ATM, so you get to bless your other digital learners as well that are with you. And of course, I encourage you to share your hashtag Pack My Bag moment on your timeline as well. So you get to bless other people, especially for those who need to see your aha moments. And if you want to put the context so people will know where your hashtag Pack My Bag moment comes from, you can put hashtag Coaching Think Talk, hashtag Mindful Eating, and hashtag Mentally Fit Philippines. Yes, your mindful eating as well has something to do with your mental health, and actually, it has many things to do with your mental health, with your mental fitness. Okay, so we're in unusual times, no, especially now during pandemic, but even before pandemic, would you agree with me if you are someone who's struggling, no, doon sa diet culture, or you're struggling with food, and if your stress outlet is eating, or you call it emotional eating, please feel free to hashtag relate, hashtag ako yan, hashtag me. Ayan, remember that this is a very safe space. And now more than ever, of course, since it is pandemic and everything has changed, no, the landscape has changed, the way we are living has changed. It is now more and more important to focus on health than ever before, because stress can lead to, of course, not only it when you are stressed, it lowers your immune system, and you know what happens when your immune system becomes weak. You can get different viruses, you can get different diseases, and so much more. But oftentimes we overlook that stress leads to poor eating habits. So it changes your eating habits. And when stress is not managed, eventually, yung eating habits mo, yung poor eating habit mo becomes a lifestyle. And it's no secret that, of course, many people turn to food, especially during times of stress, of high anxiety. So if you can relate with me, hashtag relate, do not worry, I am one. Certified one po ako niyan. And of course, this can result to overeating and poor food choices. Hashtag guilty. Ayan, ako po ay sobrang guilty dito. Okay. So again, if you hear the mindful eating, please feel free to share with me your thoughts. What comes to your mind when you hear of mindful eating? Ayan. So before I proceed, not to tell you what mindful eating is about, I'll give you brief background, okay? So medyo excited ako i-share. Hindi siya medyo excited. Excited ako. I'm really excited to share this because this is some part of my life that I haven't really been much open, no, compared to the normal mental conditions that I had. So I was clinically diagnosed before with multiple mental illnesses, and one of the diagnosis that I have is eating disorder. Ayan. Yes, and I have been battling for eating disorder for so long, no? I think since I was 16 years old. Yeah, since I was 16 years old, I was already battling with this. I was just really unconscious at that time, but yep. And battling with eating disorder and the way I eat has become, alam mo yung the feeling of you're always on a diet na never-ending cycle yung diet. Yan, yung diet. Diet has been part of your lifestyle. Okay. So, here is a cute picture of me. Ayan. So this was during my elementary days. Yes, I was very, very healthy. Ayan. I'm still healthy na ako. Ayan. But you know the healthy, yung healthy na sinasabi nila na chubby yung bata, mataba yung bata, the kid is fat, the kid is chubby. And of course, the our society no has that connotation. Pag bata, chubby, cute, ang cute pa, 'di ba? But if it's if growing up na, like elementary na, and you can see them like that, no? Like in my picture, chubby or fat, eventually there is already there can be bullying surrounded with it, no? Ano pa ba? And yeah, and oftentimes people see kids who are fat or chubby as something na they don't want. Parang ano yun, masakit sa mata. Ayan, masakit sa mata. And there's so much judgment that comes along with it. So yan po ako nung bata ako. Yes, so this is during my elementary days, no. And I have been bullied. I have been bullied not much by my own classmates kasi takot po sila sa akin. Ayan. Not much by my own classmates, but more of my very own family members, no. But I mean, ano yun, it's just normal, the teasing, no? Siyempre, mga bata. And growing up, siyempre, it's teasing. And they have this notion kasi, di ba, that if for you to be healthy, for you to be beautiful, you have to be slim. You have to be slim, yeah. So I was bullied, and I really didn't realize before that it had so much effect on my mental health, and that since then, no, I have been wanting to become thin. It's as if people do not accept me for who I am just because I was fat, just because I was chubby. Ayan. And it really did something in me that at that time, looking back, no, at that time, honestly, I wasn't aware, of course, since I was a kid, but there was a sense of longing for belongingness, longing for acceptance, longing for love, of course, because binubuli ka. Kay sarili mong pamilya, binubuli ka just because you look a certain way, no? And ano siya, and since then, no, growing up, I have always become body conscious, as in super body conscious. So during my high school years, dito na nag-start. Ayan si Coach Al. Hello Coach Al, hello Coach Cherry. Good morning. Hello Coach Ann. Good morning. So during high school, that's when I really started dieting, because I love fries before. I still love fries now, no. But yeah, I started dieting, and the only I really don't know, no, how to diet, because at that time wala namang Google. There's no Google, and it's as if nakakahiya. It's as if really nakakahiya. It's shameful, it's embarrassing if you go to someone and you ask them how to lose weight. And of course, during that time, high school, I mean, my classmates don't, I thought that my classmates don't have that the answer to that yet, no. And I of course, since I feel low in self-esteem, I feel low in self-confidence, I really didn't ask much for help, and I just did whatever I can think of. So it's really extreme. So I would go into a one meal. Yeah, I went into a one meal diet na siya. So I didn't know that it was called one meal before. But yeah, during breakfast, I'll really eat heavy during breakfast. and then I'll go towards a regular activity. And during high school, especially in third year, no, yeah, yeah, especially in third year, I was a varsity, no, so I was very, very active. So I couldn't really find any picture of me being a varsity, but I was really athletic. So ayan, ito na lang picture ko of me. Uh, I think it was 4 5 years ago. So this is me. So being active has become a part of my life as well. So I was into volleyball varsity, basketball varsity, table tennis varsity, all at the same time. I was really very active, but yung eating ko, it's very erratic. So I would go for a breakfast, one meal a day, and then if on weekends, no, I give myself a break. I can eat 3 cups of rice. I can honestly eat 3 cups of rice and and all the proteins, and they really don't know where the food goes to, no, but yeah, because I was active, I really at that time I really didn't know. So ayan po yung lifestyle ko. So it was really my lifestyle, but people behind that, no, people really do not know and did not see the struggle that I had within, in terms of my relationship with myself and my relationship with my food. And I didn't know that it was a disorder before. I just know that I wanted diet. Whenever I get fat, I'll go to diet, and when I'm thin, I'm going to eat whatever I can. Until I think it started during college, no? Um, Maraming sila sabi. Sabi ni Coach Marife, mindless comment to a kid may result to a mental health challenge. Yes, Coach Marife. Kaya nandito na tayo sa mindful eating. Oftentimes, no, people really just blurt out whatever they can say to kid, but they don't see the impact it has on mental health. So I think it was started first year college. So I was on an extreme. I remember I just ate turon, or throughout the day mga dalawa o apat na turon, and or I'll eat pineapple, frozen pineapple every meal. Yun lang po yung kinakain ko. That's why I have ulcer attacks as well. So it's very erratic talaga yung relationship ko with food, and it started when I had a boyfriend, yan, nung college ako, when I had a boyfriend. Of course, since there was so much insecurity in me, there's so much, there's really low self-esteem, so low self-confidence. And I just had this picture that for you to be accepted and for you to be loved, you have to be thin, you have to be, alam yon, you have to fit on the standard, kailangan maganda ka, kailangan payat ka in everything. So I was really body conscious. And when I was eating, I started throwing up. Yan. For others, if you don't know it, it's already called bulimia or bulimic. Yes, I started throwing up. I would pick yung throat ko, no, just to throw up, because yung mindset ko, if I eat, I'll become fat. And it's something na pinaghihirapan ko. So pinaghihirapan ko din yung pagsusuka ko. Honestly, it doesn't make sense, but that's how the mind works. That's how I really work. Um, it has been a lifestyle before, no, so kakain ako or I will not eat. It's just extreme. It's either I won't eat or I'll eat just a little and then do my regular activities. I'm into sports and everything, and makikita nyo ay malakas naman ako, no, and yan. Yeah, but yeah, yung strength ko, it's not for average actually women, but it's just natural na ganyan siya. So imagine just where your body is getting the energy. At that time, I really couldn't think about it. And the peak of my eating disorder is this. Well, yes, ayan. I really haven't disclosed this, but this was the peak of my eating disorder. Yan. Yes, sabi nga ni Coach Cherry, it's bulimia nervosa. Yan, natutunan niya ng biology sa high school. Coach Cherry, I learned this in real life. Ayan. So this was the peak of my eating disorder. So ganyan po ako kapayat. I literally, I'm looking at this now, nakakatakot, no. I honestly can see na it's very scary because burtot balat na siya. And during that time, I really saw myself as fat. Ayan. So if you wonder, no, yung mga tao na they die from diet, they die from anorexic. So yan po yung nangyayari. That's the case. So I was clinically diagnosed with anorexia bulimia. So it's two kinds of illness, no. And it's very extreme. It's very extreme. Anorexic is you wouldn't eat anything, and if you eat, you feel that you get fat. And then, along with that is the bulimia. So, dahil nga nade-deprive ko yung sarili ko, then I will binge eat. I will binge eat and then I will throw up. So, this is the picture of the peak of my eating disorder. This was really the peak of it, and I can remember this was 2019. So I also had postpartum depression during this time. So nagsama-sama siya, and during this time I couldn't sleep. I couldn't get regular sleep, so I could just sleep for a nap of 30 minutes. 30 minutes in a day, mga tatlong naps lang, but I do regular activities. So that was, yun yan talaga yung background ko, no? And this is me in my regular eating when I am into binge eating. So if you're seeing this and you're asking if this is true, yes, this is true. I mean, that has been my lifestyle. I would eat as much as I can and then I will throw it all up. Ayan. So I was clinically diagnosed with anorexia bulimia. Anobulimic. Ayan, yun yung tawag ng psychiatrist ko before. I had anobulimic. Ayan. Yan, there. So, that is why, of course, oftentimes, just like what Coach Marifes said, no, comments that we blurt out doesn't really, can really affect a person. Sabi ni si Karen Carpenter died from anorexia and bulimia. Yes, Coach Marifed. People don't often see the gravity of how of eating lifestyle, no, of yung what happens behind the scenes. So here I am sharing with you the truth of eating disorders, the truth of the diet culture, the truth of how people see and perceive having a beautiful body. Ano nga ba yung stereotype of having a beautiful body, and the hindi naman stigma though, but the expectation of people to become beautiful that has been affecting our mental health for so long. Yan. So if you're someone who can relate, #relate. If ayaw mo kong sagutin, then gano'n na lang tayo. Ako yan, coach, sa loob, ganyan. Ayan. So I'm bravely coming out with this story. No, I don't usually share this story, especially out in the open. But yep, since this is coaching for mindful eating, I believe it's about time. And since I'm a mental health advocate and I'm a mental fitness, into mental fitness, it is time. And as you can see right now, etong nakikita nyo from the picture is very far. It's very far because this is actually the heaviest I have been in my whole life. But this is the most happiest I am. But it's not an excuse for me not to develop mindful eating and a healthy lifestyle. And if you really value your mental fitness, you value your mental health, you really love yourself, you will slowly work your way towards becoming healthy. When I say be healthy, yung healthy na normal BMI, healthy for you. Ano yung description mo na healthy? Ano yung description mo na fit? So for my case, I have accepted na yung description ko of fit is not that picture of me of kalansay tao ko dito, but I have this now healthy picture that when you talk about fit, I wanted to someone na muscular, toned yung katawan. And even if you want to be muscular, if you want to be toned as well, many people will have to, they say something, they say crude comments, the panglalaki yung katawan and everything. But then again, it's your life, it's your body, and it's up to you to decide. Ayan. So, eto na. What is mindful eating? So let's first talk about mindful. So what is mindful? Ayan. So if you have known, the idea of mindfulness had been circulating, had been recently circulating, and it's very, very popular topic, especially now in the food world, especially now in the exercise, health and wellness. It is very, very popular. But have you ever asked yourself, what is mindfulness? So being mindful or the mindfulness means simply using your attention in a very intentional way. So a simple example of this is if you're awake, your attention is on something, 'di ba? Syempre may attention. So it might be on a TV show, it might be something outside of your window, it can be just on the wall in front of you, no? Your thoughts, your dogs, kung anong pain nararamdaman mo and everything, okay? So being mindful means whatever you are doing, you are just presently engaged on that. But would you agree with me that if you're having a conversation, oftentimes your mind of wonders. May kausap kang tao pero iniisip mo sa likod mo, ano bang kakainin ko mamaya? Paano ni aso ko? Paano ni anak ko? Yung trabaho ko, ano pa ba yung what are some works that are pending? What are some tasks that are pending? And if that happens, you're simply not being mindful. So when you talk about being mindful or mindfulness, it involves paying attention to the present moment, whatever you are doing. So if you are having a conversation, you're paying attention to the conversation, you're paying attention to the person. Now, if you're someone na sinasabi mo, you're paying attention to the person, but your mind, madami ka nang inisip, that is not mindfulness. That is not definitely being present. Ayan. So if you catch yourself, your mind, no, wandering, then that is not mindfulness. So what does, of course, mindfulness has to do with eating? Everything. Actually, everything. Ayan. So this is a very I picked this picture of mindful. It's very intentional because if you can see, it's very colorful at the background. Madaming ganap, madaming color, madaming doodles, there's so much drawing, and then the center of it is just the word mindful. So it's the same with how you want to be able to apply mindful. So being mindful is that despite the noises, despite whatever is happening in your mind, in the present or on the physical space, you can still become focused, you can still become mindful on yourself and whatever you are doing. Okay, now ito na si eating. Syempre, eating. So again, what has mindfulness have to do with eating? Everything. Ayan. So when you now combine mindful eating as at its simplest sense, what is mindful eating? Mindful eating is a healthy relationship with food. Mindful eating is simply eating with full awareness on your food and the entire eating process. But would you agree with me that oftentimes when we eat, meron tayong ginagawang iba? When we eat, nasa cellphone. When we eat, we are watching TV. When we eat, we couldn't really just enjoy the eating process. Guilty po ako dyan. Yes. Guilty. I'm very guilty with this because I used to, para akong naka-military training, no, when it comes to eating. I can finish a meal 2 to 5 minutes. That's how fast. Kahit rice yan, I can really just finish it. I can just gulp it. Nalingon ka na ganyan, pagbalik mo na ganyan, tanang, magic, it disappears. And I have so many nicknames before, Piranha. So, some of my friends called me Piranha before. Kasi di ba yung Piranha, if there's food, bish, wala na agad siya. So, yeah, that's one of my nickname before, Piranha. Nakaloka. Again, so mindful eating, simply eating with full awareness on your food and the entire eating process. So most people sit down for a meal and mindlessly fills themselves up. Yung kakain ka lang, susubo ko lang. But you're not there in the present moment. You're not even thinking how the food tastes, how, ano yung lasa niya, ano yung, what can it do to your body. Even in the selection of food, we are not that mindful, no? And people oftentimes, because they lack mindfulness in eating, people tend to overeat because they are not simply paying attention to whether they are full already or not. Yan. So, hindi sila nakikinig sa sarili nilang katawan. And they eat unhealthy foods because they haven't given serious thought to the nutritional value of their meal or whatever they're about to eat or the food that they are choosing. And their mind is simply not on the meal. Alam mo yung tipong, kailangan ko na kasi kumain kasi magtatrabaho na ako sa kakain ako. But the awareness, the mindfulness is not there. And they're thinking about there's so many things, the work, the bills, ano pa ba, the relationship, they might be watching TV, they might be on the cell phone, they might be in the YouTube, they might be even driving. Ako po to, I eat while I drive. Ayan. So, hashtag aray ang sakit, di ba? They might be even driving down the road while eating a meal, mga on the go. Ayan. So, this is the exact opposite of mindful eating, aray. So, if you can relate, hashtag relate, if you have some thoughts of what you have been doing that is you think, no, and you have discovered that is not congruent to mindful eating, please feel free to share your thoughts. Ayan na, si Coach Rog. Hello, Coach Rog. Magandang morning. Haha, tama, bilis kumain. Yes, ako po talaga yon. And oftentimes, no, when you're eating fast, it takes at least 30 minutes for your body, for the brain, no, to signal to the body and assess if you are already full or not. That's why oftentimes we overeat as well kasi pag mabilis kumain like me, no, they think I am not chewing my food, no, but I am chewing my food. Yun lang nga rin, mabilis din yung pag-chew ko. Naka-fast forward siya times 10. Ganyan. But oftentimes when we eat fast, since nga it takes 30 minutes for our brain to signal, no, that we are full, oftentimes feeling mo you already finished a meal, but the mind, because you're not mindful, no, you think you're still hungry, so you'll go for a second round. Ayan. Or you'll go for another. Parang hindi pa ako busog, meron pa ako isang gustong kainin. Hashtag relate. Hashtag aray. Ayan. Yes. Sabi ni Coach Sean, no eating and driving. Yes, Coach Sean, no eating and driving. And unless may taga-subo. Unless may taga-subo ka, di ba? Talagang mapapahinto ka. But if you're really not being mindful, it's just, would you agree with me? It has just been part of your life and it just has the way you do things. And sanay ka na po kasi doon, no? It has become a habit, a lifestyle nga. Okay. So what are the components of mindful eating? So have you asked yourself, ano nga ba? What makes up mindful eating? Now, if you look on the internet, there are so many components of mindful eating, but I will be sharing with you 9 components of mindful eating. So the first one is, of course, hunger. Ayan. Hunger, yung first talaga ng mindful eating is hunger. You have to be able to assess kung hungry ka nga ba talaga. Are you really hungry when you're eating? Or it's just out of boredom? Bored ka eh. And you need to do something. That's why you just eat. Ayan. Tapos, if you're watching telenovelas or whatever, no, you're watching TV, and then you see a person eating in the movie and parang masarap yun. Have you ever considered that you are really hungry o natakam ka lang? Ayan. Aray. Ayan. Don't worry, I am guilty as well. So first is hunger. So you want to be able to ask yourself before you start eating, am I hungry? If you're not hungry and you're not planning, of course, on doing some heavy exercise or climbing the mountain, doing extreme sports, then you're probably better off not eating. And of course, your body is very adept at telling you when it requires more food. But the question is, have you considered really listening to your body? Have you really considered being mindful to your body, being mindful of your hunger? Yung kumakain ka, you feel that hindi ka pa busog, but in reality, have you asked yourself, are you still hungry? Or pwede na, satiated na siya, okay na siya? Okay, so if you're hungry, you can ask yourself, how hungry am I? Should you be hungry based on your recent eating activity? So this is an assessment, no? Ano ba yung ginawa mo that led you to become hungry? Is it really something out of hunger or is it something out of because nare-recognize ng brain mo 12 p.m. na kailangan mo nang kumain? Ayan. Or merienda na. So, kailangan kakain ako ng merienda. But have you ever asked yourself if you are really hungry? Now, how much food do you think it will take to satisfy you, in all honesty, di ba? How much food do you think it will satisfy your hunger? And of course, what are you hungry for? Whatever you're hungry for, you can ask yourself now, is that a healthy option or is there a better option? Okay, na. My mom used to say, chew your food 100 times. Sabi ni Coach Marife. Ayan. Okay, so the next component is of course nutritional value. Now, if you're someone who just buy food, especially from the grocery, meron po tayo mga nutritional content, no, nutritional tables. At the back of whatever you're buying, are you mindful even of looking at those values? Ayan. Yan. Are you even mindful? So before eating, and this is for the grocery, but if you're eating, no, before eating anything, have you thought about the nutritional value of the food and how it will affect your body, how many calories does it have? Ayan, si Coach Marife, I always remember her talking about calories, no? Because calories is energy, yun po yung nagko-convert ng energy para sa atin. And you cannot, ito, I remember this from Coach Marife, she said you cannot eat without knowing calories. Ayan. You cannot eat without knowing calories. Ayan. So, is it a food high in carbohydrates? Is it a food high in fat? Does it contain a lot of vitamins and minerals? Or is it basically junk food? Aray. Yeah, is it basically junk food? So what nutritional content, what nutritional value are you putting in your body? So does this food help you to achieve your goals, or will it move you in the opposite direction? A very very good example of this, no, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, processed food, especially when you eat this, the tendency, especially it's high in sugar content, no. Usually the effect of this is after eating, you'll have a temporary energy boost, but after that, you will feel lethargic, you will feel sleepy. So example of this, if you know you have task at the night, no, that you need some energy, then you can ask yourself, will the food that you will be eating will help you to achieve that goal, will give you the energy to finish the task, or will it prevent you, or will it cause you na makakatulog ka, na sasabihin mo, matutulog na lang ako kasi inaantok na ako, bukas na lang. Ayan. So does it help you? What nutritional value does it give you? And of course, third one is project into the future. So most people only consider how a food is going to make them feel in the moment, instant gratification, instant while they're eating it, and they fail to consider how they will feel physically and emotionally after the act of eating has concluded. Alam mo yun, pag nagda-diet ka, eventually mag-crave ka, no, tapos you'll go for sweets. Ayan, for sweets. And then after ng sweets, you feel guilty. Ayan, but the question is, have you projected into the future? Have you really considered how you will feel after eating it, or gusto mo lang kasi talaga yung feel good when you eat it? Ayan. So before you eat something, ask yourself how you'll feel immediately afterwards and how you'll feel an hour or two later. Yan. Of course, the next is appearance. Sabi ni Coach Marvy, yes, beware of white rice. Hello, Master Coach Jasmine. Magandang morning. Ayan. The next component, the fourth component is appearance. So what does the food look like? What is the color of the food? Is it appealing? How is the food arranged on the plate? Based on the appearance, how would you anticipate the food will taste and feel in your mouth? So if you see the picture here of the food, di ba? Ang ganda ng plating, no? It's very appealing and it's very high in nutritional value and high in content, no? So this is the spinach wrap. On the upper left, no, this is the spinach wrap of Decaf Coffee Republic, and this and the bottom, no, may presentation. Yan ang magandang appearance, may presentation talaga siya. It's lemongrass beret. Ayan. So again, lemongrass has so many benefits. So aside from appearance, at diba naka-light bulb siya, it will help you as well in terms of your brain functioning. So very very up din, no, yung appearance. Ayan. So based on seeing this food, can you now see ano na yung lasa nito para sa iyo? Ayan. And then the next component, the fifth component, is smell. What do you smell? Can you smell the spices used in the food? How do you anticipate the food will taste on based on the smell. And can you tell how hot the food is by bringing it close to your nose? Ayan, di ba? Oftentimes, yung mga food bloggers, people who do food reviews, di ba? They often really smell. Alam mo, ginagano pa nila yung food. So that is one of the component of mindful eating. Can you smell? Can you distinguish the ingredients? Can you distinguish the spices with, di ba? Yun siya. And then, of course, pagtapos sa smell, you eat. Now, when you eat, it's time to finally taste your food. Ayan na. Ang bango. So ngayon, tingnan natin kung nagmamatch na yung amoy niya sa lasa. So, can you feel your jaw moving? Or hindi mo din na feel na yung jaw mo tulad ko no naka times 10. Fast forward na ang bilis-bilis niya, no? Do you feel your jaw moving and can you notice how your tongue is involved in the eating process? Have you trained your tongue to be able to really distinguish out the different ingredients, no? Gusto sabihin mo, Coach, hindi naman ako food blogger, hindi naman ako food analyst, hindi ako food reviewer. Then know that this is not limited to people who does food review, because when you do this, you can actually enjoy more the eating process, and you will also be able to appreciate. And of course, if you take time to really taste the food, eventually you are being mindful. You are being mindful of the eating process. So that's what mindful eating is all about. So you want to be able to take your time and chew your food thoroughly. So ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Marife na sinabi ng nanay niya 100 times i-chew, no? Ayan. So sabi ni Coach Al, inviting food appearance. Yes, ayan. So, take your time and chew your food thoroughly. And of course, it depends on what you're eating. So this might require quite a bit more time than you're used to. So notice the flavor of the food and try to describe the taste to yourself. Don't limit yourself with, masarap, hindi masarap. Try your best to really describe how it tastes. Okay? Now, the next, of course, is texture. What does the food feel like in your mouth? Is it crunchy? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it slimy? Is it soft? So you want to be able to describe the texture to yourself, and you want to pay attention to the texture after you're done chewing and about to swallow. Kasi often they will chew, 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 swallow. Ayan. So you want to be able to really see the texture even after chewing before you swallow, and what does your food feel like now after chewing, kasi part po yan. Ayan. So again, if you can see here, you can see the pita chips and the garlic sauce and of course the guyabano. So maganda siya pag titingnan mo in terms of appearance and everything. You can see the texture. So makikita mo, mukhang crunchy. Ayan. Okay? Now, of course, another component is the effect on your body, on your mind. So food directly has an effect on your mood. Food has a direct effect on your body. Of course, you know that kasi nga nagpi-physical manifestation yan. But oftentimes, people are not aware that food has an effect on your mind, and I will be discussing this for the next sessions, no? But then again, this is just an intro on what mindful eating is all about. Okay. For example, most people find the taste of chocolate very soothing, very relaxing, di ba? Hot, spicy foods, if you're one who really love spicy food and who wants to eat hot, alam mo yung sa amin no, in Chinese, we don't want it hot, we want it boiling, kumukulo, fresh out of the oven, ganon. So how do you like your food? Hot, spicy food? Did you know that hot, spicy food can be invigorating and can make you sweat? Ayan. Are you even aware of that? And you might find that foods containing gluten make you feel bad mentally. It makes you lethargic. Nagkaka-buffer yung brain natin, no? And or physically as well. It allows you to expand. And of course, madami pong research when it comes to gluten as well. It is some cancer causing as well, no? And maybe you feel guilty about eating animal products. This is for vegans, this is for vegetarians, no? So it's when you talk about being vegetarian or being vegan, it's not just because gusto nilang magpapayat, but there are philosophies behind that. So I'll be discussing that further as well, no? In the next session. So you get to as well notice the effects that your meal has on your mind, on your body, and after the meal, pay attention for 2 hours again after the meal and rate how you feel. So this is how you can become mindful. So in my case, so I had bipolar disorder before. I was really not mindful, no, before, no. And when I had bipolar disorder, and whenever I'm in that peak, and I'm in that high moment, no, I would still eat sweets. And if you know, bipolar, yung high niya is so much energy, so it doesn't help because it releases more energy. Therefore, pag nawala yung highness, yung pag-high ng bipolar, yung bagsak ng depression mo, it's double. Ayan. So, food is something that's very important, but oftentimes it is very neglected. It has an effect on our mind. And lastly, of course, presence. Are you paying attention to the overall eating process, or is your mind somewhere else? Nasa trabaho, nasa anak, nasa task, nasa bills, ayan. Are you having lively debate at the dinner table? Are you watching a movie in the background? Are you listening to music? Are you playing a game? Are you worrying about your finances? And so much more. So if you're eating mindfully, you're not thinking about or paying attention to anything outside of the meal. So just imagine you're just giving yourself at least 15 minutes of your time for yourself to becoming mindful for the nutrition that you're giving to your body. And 15 minutes, nako naman, di ba? If 15 minutes you cannot give to yourself, what else can you give to yourself? So again, this doesn't mean that it's necessary, di ba, to ignore your family during a meal, but you want to be able to keep your distractions to a minimum and focus on your meal. So if you're used to na nandyan yung cellphone, you can put it on the side. Now, if you're used to taking picture of your food, no, then take a picture and then put it on the side. Or if you want to post it on social media, then post it on the social media, and then put it on the side and enjoy the process, enjoy the food, enjoy mindful eating. So you can chat more and naman, diba, and play games afterwards. So no phones, radios, TV, tables, computer, books, or games while you're eating. So these are some of the components of mindful eating, and these are the components that are often not that people are not mindful of and people are unaware of. Ayan. Okay? So if you are someone na you see the beautiful and the good things about mindful eating, and you want to start and you don't know how to start, then I invite you for a 5-day challenge, no? So it's a 5-day healthy switch challenge. So if you can see in the picture, no, which food is better for you, because in the internet there's so much na no junk food diet, yung sudden drastic change, it doesn't help your mind. It is unhealthy for your mind as well because it triggers the survival mode of your brain. It protects, and you feel niya nag-i-starve siya, yung feel niya na kailangan niya mag-survive. So your mind is on high alert, naka-defense mode, and hindi siya maganda for your mind and your body as well kasi nag-release siya ng madaming hormones. Eventually, alam mo yung naka-high yung body mo, and you don't want to put yourself, and you don't want to keep on damaging your brain. So instead of switching immediately, no, yung abrupt sudden change, it's not healthy. So this is a perfect program for you that you can join me. And if you can see which is better for you, I won't be as well depriving you with the food choices that you want. You can still eat, no? Oftentimes when people say diet, feel nila kinakat mo agad. Kinakat mo agad yung diet. But there are healthier choice that you can choose from. And of course, it's up to you to be able to choose kung ano yung gusto mong food that you will choose. So it involves education as well, and a journey with you in 5 days on which food is better for you, on how to slowly incorporate mindful eating in your life, in your lifestyle, in the way you live. So yan po siya. So this will be launching on next Tuesday, no, at 11 a.m. Magkasunod pala, ngayon ko lang naisip. 11 a.m. at July 13, no, to July 17. So again, it's 5 days, and you can see it on my personal FB timeline. You can join me. I'll be airing this via FB Live on my personal timeline. Again, mindful eating is putting your full awareness on the eating experience, on the whole process of eating experience. And it goes beyond the items that I have shared with you, the components that I have shared with you. And it also includes, of course, your understanding of your very own eating habits, the way you evaluate your hunger, the way you choose the right food for you. Because as well, no, hindi, if vegetarian doesn't work for you, for vegan doesn't work for you, you can find other ways, and you don't have to beat yourself up. Remember that it is a process. Everything is a process. Even eating is a process. So eating the proper amounts and being fully engaged in whatever you're doing, whatever you're eating during the eating process while you're eating labo, di ba? But it's more of really being fully engaged, and you get to enjoy food. As you said, 'di ba, food is life. Masaya, masaya talaga kumain. But have you really enjoyed really eating, the process of eating? When you are eating, can you really really enjoy that process, and can you become grateful for that process? So if you don't know how to start, I invite you to join me here. And if you want to know more about what mindful eating is, of course I invite you to avail of this mindful eating coaching bundle. So I invite you to connect with me. So here you get to discover what mindful eating is all about, ways to incorporate mindful eating to your life, what happens to your mind, no, when you do mindful eating and when you're not practicing mindful eating. And of course, like we said, if you are someone like me who was already into the no process of eating disorder, or you feel that you have it, then know that there is no shame and help is available. And I would really really love to journey with you. I would love to talk with you. I would love to journey with you in your intervention process. Okay, so I invite you, talk to me, connect with me. So these are my details, okay? And I really hope to talk with you and to journey with you. I am very very excited because I am on this journey as well, so we can go into to this journey as well. So again, I have been on and off in yo-yo diet. I have tried all the fads diet that there is, all the classy mga meal plans and everything. I have tried that. But then again, if it's something that involves your mental health, it's something that is already for intervention, you need someone to help you. And in my case, I have as well my personal life coach, Master Coach A, helping me with this. So you can see throughout this journey of mindful eating, you will be able to see my transformation as well. So I will be personally journeying with you through coaching for mindful eating. So, and for this month, before I end, though, I would like to invite you to join the because Master Coach A launched the Be Learning e-card for the big heroes of our generation, and this is the tent maker for Be Learning home for mental fitness. So Be Learning unlocks the opportunities for smarter living with monthly perks. So this if you're someone who wants to understand how your mind works, how mindful you are as well in terms of eating and the food choices, on what happens to your mind when it comes to food, no, and how you see the food, there are mental models, and you can discover this in the mental model. So you have monthly perks of 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Coffee Republic. The second is a mental model masterclass with Master Coach A. Third is, of course, a 90-minute coaching session by coaching entrepreneurs from Life Coach Philippines. And for this month's mental model masterclass, which is scheduled on July 17 at 7 p.m., Master Coach A will teach the 80-20 mental model mastery. So you get to learn the mental models behind the 80-20 rule and discover how you can apply this rule in almost every area of your life, and you will be able to accelerate your success. And for individuals who tend to embark on a journey of becoming a certified life coach, Master Coach A now offers co-actively co-create life coach certification program. So this is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life, so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. And this includes a 21-day web-based learning, a 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and a 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. And the program package also comes with many other bonuses. So connect with Coach Rizal to 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. And I invite you to join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Cherry for coaching for leap formation at 2 p.m. and Coach Rizal for coaching for purposeful living at 4 p.m. So once again, this is Coach Candy Teng, Life Coach Candy Teng from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. Love bam boom, love bam boom, love bam boom. Bye-bye!